The Tough trucks are the buzz bombs of the four-wheel jamborees. Lightweight and high horsepower ingenuity come together to create a display of wild ride producing jumping juggernauts fighting for pride and purse. From the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, Steve Shannon Tire Company presents the 37th Annual Summer Four-Wheel Jamboree Nationals. The Events Inc. crew hanging out this weekend, bathed in sunshine on this Sunday afternoon as the clay oval bakes around the infield, littered with obstacles where our monster trucks, tough trucks, the side-by-sides ran earlier Friday and Saturday afternoons on into Saturday night. And of course, the stock tough truck highlights going to start things off before we get to our modified championship eliminations. Brad Mertz, buck naked from right here in the Keystone State, running hard this weekend. He has been on a tear, really led the stock class all weekend long with this Grand Cherokee that we've seen many, many times. And again, with this buy run early in the session, giving you a look at this track. Remember, we'll be bringing you full coverage in just a moment of our modified class. Those guys have been speeding around this track, a few of them on their top this weekend already. Tony Martinez ended up there in the modified class. He had to be flipped back over. He actually broke a sway bar earlier on in the weekend after a wild ride through the backstretch section. But right now, Brad Mertz giving you an idea of what to expect from this track as he got a bye run in the first round of eliminations. Right here, the only other two in the field as we are down a couple trucks after qualifying. Zach Quiggle got knocked out yesterday. His truck had to be literally forklifted off the track. That was the White Dakota that was running all weekend long. But these two, pair of late model Fords, the Bronco and the F-250, and look at Austin Headings trying to out-jump the pro tough truck racer that is Eric Sponenberg. Two different ends of the stock class spectrum. You have one that's race ready and one that looks like it was probably was pulled out of the junkyard or pulled out of the field, the farmer's special right there, the F-250. Sponenberg, though, clearly out front would head toward a final round berth and a date with Brad Mertz as Austin Headings would continue to make his way around this track, although he was not done simply as he finished the final leg. In fact, he did not legally finish the final leg as the truck started to develop some serious steering problems. There you see Eric Sponenberg finishing up this pairing with a victory as Headings' truck begins to fall apart. Headings was not done, not by a long shot. Wanted to make one more big hit for the crowd as he would give us the old Dukes of Hazzard launch over the backstretch tabletop. Watch this. That is what stock tough truck racing is all about. Trashed it out. Austin Headings gonna send this one back to the fields, giving it a nice last send-off here. The late model F-250.
Oh, that was awesome. If it go again, I'd do it again.
He wanted to, too. He didn't bring it to an abrupt stop. He tried to keep it going, but it had nothing left. Now, back on the line, this was for the championship in the stock class. Eric Sponenberg on the far side. Problems on the starting line immediately evident. Brad Mertz takes off. It would have been an automatic win, but Mertz locked up on that on that first jump when he noticed he had no opponent next to him. The Foy Toy crew came out to get Sponenberg running. Brad Mertz back into staging. He wanted a real race for this victory. He did not want to walk over into the winner's circle. So here it is, the final race in the stock class. Still treat him right there as Mertz gets the big hole shot, but it's a long way back around, and then they have to do it one more time when they swap lanes. Mertz, though, leading Sponenberg down through this first section. Sponenberg going after him. You can see he's running that Bronco a little harder than he has all weekend long. He did not want to let Mertz get away, but Mertz was just out driving everybody this weekend in buck naked as Dirt Poor made its way back around for the second half of the course. You can see they will now swap lanes. Mertz will come into the alley on the other side, just greasing that tabletop. As Sponenberg similarly making a smooth run across that final leg. Brad Mertz taking kind of a Sunday drive on the final section there. He's not going too slow, but not going as hard as he had earlier in the weekend. Again, blessed with that bye run early in the final session here this afternoon. He would pick up the victory right there. Brad Mertz taking the 2024 Steve Shannon Tires Summer 4-Wheel Jamboree Stock Tough Truck Class victory. Seen this guy run for many, many years. Put a lot of hurt on that Jeep, but very gracious. In defeat is Eric Sponenberg. Glad to get off the track on this hot weekend, but the mods are coming up as the Farmer's Special goes back to the junkyard. Stay with us. More to come from Bloomsburg.
This presentation is brought to you by Monsters Monthly, your place for photos, videos, event info, and all the happenings in the monster truck industry. Visit monstersmonthly.com. And by Crush This. For a weekly look inside the wide world of monster trucks, check out Crush This, Monster Truck Podcast. Available on Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube.
The greatest spectacle on four wheels is back. The 38th Annual Steve Shannon Tire Company 4-Wheel Jamboree, July 11th through the 13th. America's most legendary 4x4 festival under the Bloomsburg sun, and it's all here. Monster trucks, dump trucks, mud bogs, side-by-sides, burnouts, and monster truck rides, plus acre upon acre of custom 4x4s and the latest off-road products and gear in the Wolfbox Performance Marketplace. Don't miss the Steve Shannon Tire 4-Wheel Jamboree, July 11th through the 13th at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. Buy tickets or register your ride today at 4wheeljamboree.com.
This program is brought to you by RPM Army. For a wide array of content from across the motorsports world, visit rpmarmy.com. Your high-performance fix on the go.
Welcome back to the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, as Steve Shannon Tires presents the 37th Annual Summer 4-Wheel Jamboree Nationals. The modified tough trucks headed to the starting line. The thump of race-worthy horsepower, 800-plus horsepower racing engines. You hear a lot of Windsor horsepower in these machines. It's that really raw, roaring sound. That, of course, right off the top, Mike Leupold here will take his bye run. Brett Sponenberg has already made his bye run early in the class. As that set up what would normally be a field of 8, single eliminations. No comeback chances, and Mike Leupold, Loopy, in the Warhorse will conclude our pair of bye runs here. Give us a good look at this full track run. You can see he's on the inside of this long thread. It's basically one long thread where they swap lanes. Boy, did he shoot that hard. He did not need to do that, but he knows he's going to have to be quick later in the final elimination session here today, so he does not want to waste any time being slow. Getting a good feel for the track. He was quick all weekend long. He was our fast qualifier, and that was one of the things that netted him a top spot here. Of course, Brett Sponenberg as well in beer money, who we'll see coming out in just a little bit. In our semifinal round, he will race the winner of our final matchup. Leupold will race the winner of our first pairing. As Loopy works his way through those gray rocks there. That limestone is just tearing these guys up right now. It's the drainage rock for this track. There's a whole setup down here to keep this track from getting flooded, and it's actually wreaking havoc right now for these guys. Oh, and Leupold rolls it going back onto the front stretch. High sides, the Warhorse, and high sides it hard. The long wheelbase Bronco-bodied machine out of Pennsylvania on its side, all the way over onto the other side. Almost came back on the tires there, but flat side to the ground, and Lupe climbing out the front. He's okay. Dejected. Have to see if he can get back in the action. Just had to make a buy run there. I'm not sure what the official call on this is going to be, but you can see he hiked up before he even got in the corner, and he stayed after it. May have tried to let out of the throttle a little bit, steer into it, and then throttle up, or throttle again to get it to come back down, and it didn't work for him. But he was moving quick. One more look at this jump on the backstretch. He was absolutely flying on that pass, too. That was a hard landing, but this machine's set up for it. It's got a Jeep chassis underneath. We'll see if he makes it back, though, for the semifinal round. Now our first pairing in round one. There you see Wayne Solly driving Tony Martinez Ford Dodgin' Bullets next to the godfather of tough truck racing here on the East Coast. That is Jake Nichols in the Foy Toy. Best start we've seen for Solly all weekend long. We know Dodgin' Bullets is a truck that Nichols will sweat. That's if Solly can work the bugs out. They have been having some issues with that machine this weekend, I believe, with the fuel injection system on it. Solly doing a nice job through that turn. He knows he'll swap and run the other side coming back, so he'll have a shot to make up for anything he loses here. Nichols is flying down the front stretch on the high side right now as he swaps in to that inner thread, trying to leg Solly to make sure he cannot come back on him. Some smoke starting to appear out from under Foy Toy, though. Solly dropping back. The problems may be rearing their head again, but he may only have to survive his way through this first round. If something is wrong with Foy Toy, it may not matter where Solly finishes. That's the only way you're going to get back on a second chance right now. Foy Toy will cross the line with the victory, but you can see that white smoke coming out from underneath of that machine. He may have a head gasket going away. Solly almost puts that truck on its top coming across the finish line. Jake Nichols rolling into the pits. They'll get a look at that machine, see what's wrong with it. A very expensive power plant, that Jensen race engine that's in the front of that white Bronco. And you'd have to wonder if he's going to last the day. And the heat of the summer, it's definitely taking its toll on these race engines. Now, a pair of blue Fords on the starting line. Scott Martin, the near lane, that's hauling ass against Tony Martinez in Bulletproof, missing the front end. Remember, Martinez has been on his top this weekend. He rolled in qualifying. The body a little worse for wear, but the truck seems to be at 100% today as Scott Martin tries to work that inside thread on the first run around to try to get out on Martinez. Coming back toward the front stretch. Let's see, Martinez going to try to make up for the distance he's lost on Martin. Now they'll switch lanes. Martinez going to try to take advantage of the inside thread. Coming up on Martin right here. That's going to even up as we head back toward the finish line. A pair of Fords battling door to door here in Bloomsburg. He's got to get out on him as he heads toward this final turn. He will lose momentum on the tight inside corner. He needs to be quick through there. Martin going to try to use the slingshot on the wide side. And Martinez loops it. No, he's on his roof again. Martinez upside down for the second time this weekend. He looped it, caught an edge and high sides the independent front suspension Ford. It's such a quick truck, but it does have some apparent flaws he's been trying to work out of it, a machine he and John Mesh put together, and it has been a tough road to hoe for that gentleman. Had such good luck with his original machine, dodging bullets, that Wayne Solly is driving right now. This truck he has had to battle with quite a bit, but it seems like it's getting there. Right there, though, you'll see he loops it out, stands in the throttle, and when he came back around, it looks like maybe it caught the edge of the grass there. No, it just well, kinda. It got down on that berm, kind of on the cushion of the track there, and it just high-sided. But it's good to see Martinez back in the action. We know he's going to be battling all season long. Stay with us, more to come from Bloomsburg.
Hey, welcome to Wild Man Adventures. We're at the Silver Lake Sand Dragway. There really wasn't any off-roading back then. It was all off-road. We're on our way to Lima, Ohio. Got wooden wheels.
Oh, it's slippery as all get out of.
Hey, we're here with Rich Cummins. Hey, we're here with Mike Potter. Hey, we're here with Alan Pizzo. Gotta check it out. This week we're going to go down memory lane.
Welcome back to the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds as the Tough Trucks Finals eliminations continue. Bye run here for Jake Nichols, and that means that Mike Leupold will not be back. The Warhorse damaged after its crash during a bye run in the first round, so hopefully Nichols will not have that problem. We're not seeing the smoke out from under this machine that we saw in the first round. We'll see if it develops again as he works his way through that limestone and back up toward the front stretch. Again, a lot of different surfaces they're having to run on here. You see there's that clay oval on the outside that they're running around most of the distance of. When they tuck back down onto the infield, they're coming off of kind of a sandy, looser clay that's been packed down, then going over some gravel on their way to that tabletop. When they come over that tabletop, they get into this heavier gray rock that you see right in front of us that's part of the drainage system here at Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. And then they make that turn in that gray rock, back over another tabletop, then they're on pavement, then they have to go from that pavement onto grass, then from the grass back onto the clay. We start to notice the smoke coming out from under Foy Toy again. Not quite as much as there was in that first round, but definitely something to keep an eye on as he will move on into the championship race. Coming right back to the starting line, though, here's Brett Sponenberg. Our first look at him today. Had a bye in the first round. Takes on Scott Martin in Haul and Ass out of Owego, New York. Sponenberg from right here in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Long legacy. His father, Super Bob, the late, great Super Bob, ran here many, many times. And definitely these guys a fixture on the Storm Series that Pat Winchester ran for many, many years. Pat, of course, a champion here in Bloomsburg. Would be great to see Pat get a truck and come back out here. Same to be said for Mark Noto and many others who have tested their mettle here alongside Team Foy Toy as Brett Sponenberg works the track. Scott Martin pushing him right on his heels when they switch lanes here. We'll see if it evens back up. Remember, Martin and Martinez in that first round were slated to be a very close finish. Could have gone either way, but Martinez tucked a right rear and rolled over. Sponenberg working the track hard, really attacking the jumps. Martin taking a little bit more of a measured approach. Coming back around to the final turn. It's going to be tight. Sponenberg going to try to use the slingshot. Martin hits a tire. Brett Sponenberg will go into the championship race against his teammate Jake Nichols in this blue oval takeover here at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds. So, the 2023 White Bronco, the long wheelbase machine of Jake Nichols, racing against a machine that was kind of a clone of his previous machine, that being Brett Sponenberg's Beer Money, with the Windsor power plant under the hood, racing next to that Jensen racing engine powered Foy Toy. Short wheelbase and long wheelbase, the 23 versus the 69. The 69 on the inside. Both of them dirt tracking, two very different machines. Sponenberg trying to roost the Godfather even to the tabletop. You can hear that limestone getting tossed when they come through there. They have been taking that at the grill all weekend long. You have to wonder if maybe that's the cause of some of the smoke we're seeing out from under Foy Toy. Maybe a piece of that got up under there and poked a hole in something, but we're not seeing that smoke just yet. Will it rear its head again? Still very even. It's going to be a fight to the finish. Foy Toy with just a ton of smoke coming out from underneath. Will Nichols survive to the finish line? Sponenberg gonna push him there. Trying to force the issue. Sponenberg with a problem. Nichols just has to finish clean. Sponenberg trying to come back on him. It's not going to happen. The Godfather takes the first win in the Tough Trucks Challenge of the 2024 race season at the Steve Shannon Tire 4-Wheel Jamboree here in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. The man out of Little Meadows giving a thumbs up to the hometown hero, Brett Sponenberg. There's your champion, Jake Nichols, in the Foy Toy. A hard-fought battle. Yes, it was against friends. Yes, it was against teammates, but it was for all the marbles. The 23 Bronco coming back to take the championship here in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania after a rough weekend that saw that machine experiencing mechanical problems. You can see, though, he fought his way through. The Godfather taking the win here in Bloomsburg. And one more look at this final leg. Brett Sponenberg dirt tracking his way in there, but they were close all the way around. What an afternoon it's been so far. We got one more coming at you. The Monster Trucks wrap things up here in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Don't miss it.
Whoops.